Hello students, I'm once again with you with a new poem from the ICSE board class 9th syllabus. Alright, so this is basically from class 9th syllabus, right, which talks about Skimbleshanks, and Skimbleshanks is basically a cat, a very clever cat, got it, who takes care of an entire train, and the name of the train is the night mail, right? He's in charge of it, and the way he does his work, it seems extraordinary. And this is how T.S. Eliot, the poet, has written about him, right? It is basically a metaphor. So you know what is a metaphor? It's a direct simile. That means he's being compared to a real person. So the cat is being compared to a real person, and the cat's name is Skimbleshanks, who's in charge of a train, and the name of this train is the night mail. So let's begin the poem immediately. Here, there's a whisper down the line at 11:39 when the night mail's ready to depart. So he says, people, there's a rumor, people are whispering. What are they whispering? The night mail is about to depart. What does the word whisper tell us? The word whisper tells us that people are frightened, they are nervous, got it? They are anxious because they have to leave, and they feel, how can our train leave without Skimbleshanks? Because he's the person who's in charge of the train. He's the person who's going to give permission for the train to leave. And the train is going to leave at any minute. Got it? It's going to be 11 by 11:40. I think the train should leave. But it's already 11:39. And this person, his name is Skimbleshanks, is nowhere to be seen. Got it? Saying Skimble, where is Skimble? He has gone to hunt the thimble. So they say, Skimble, where is Skimble? Got it? Everyone is saying, where is Skimble? Has he gone to hunt the thimble? He says, has he gone to hunt the thimble? Now this is like a joke, okay? The poet wants us to enjoy the poem. He wants us to understand the rhyme of the poem, and therefore he's used the word thimble. Now thimble over here is this little apparatus that you can see. It is worn on the finger when you're doing needle and thread, okay? When you're stitching, so that the needle doesn't poke you, so you wear a thimble. This was basically worn by, I think it still may be worn by, usually by ladies and by tailors when they were stitching. There is also a game, and in this game, in this game you've got to find the thimble. It's hidden in one of the boxes. So you need to find where's the thimble. So he says he's gone to hunt the thimbles. Two reasons. He says he may have gone to play this game, which is hunt the thimble. We must find him or the train can't start. He says we need to find him or the train will never start. All the guards and all the porters and the station master's daughter, that means the guards are ready, the porters are ready. The porters are the people who are carrying the luggage, they are ready. The station master's daughter, she's also perhaps going to board the train, she's also ready. They are searching means everyone is searching. They are searching basically means everyone is searching. Got it? Searching high and low. High and low means everywhere. High and low means they're searching everywhere. Saying Skimble, where is Skimble? For unless he's very nimble. He says, Skimble, where is Skimble? Unless he's very nimble. Nimble means quick. The night mail just can't go. That means if he's not quick, then I think the night mail will be delayed for a very long time. So they're saying because the night mail just can't go. At 11:44, then the signal's nearly due. At 11:42, the signal is nearly due. That means it's almost time to show the signal. At 11:42, it's almost time to show the signal. So we started at 11:39, and now it's already 11:42, 3 minutes, and it's almost time to show the signal. And the passengers are now frantic. Frantic means they're panicking, they're disturbed. To a man, that means everyone is frantic, they're disturbed, they're panicked, they do not know what will happen to our train. Then Skimble will appear and he'll saunter to the rear. He says Skimble will appear and he will saunter. Saunter means he will walk towards the rear. So perhaps the time of the train The time of the train is 11:45. Okay, right? It's the night train. It may be leaving at 11:45 or 12 o'clock. I really do not know the exact time, but it says the signal should have been ready at 11:42, right? The time. And everyone is disturbed. They say, how can things happen? Because he has to come. And Skimble will appear. How will he appear? Not frightened, not disturbed. Got it? Not in a hurry. He will saunter. Saunter basically means to casually walk, right? So you see this this poem. It starts with panic. It starts with panic. Everyone is panicking, and then what happens? Here enters the man, and this man calms everything down. He calms everything down. Who calms everything down? The man over here. He calms everything down. And this poem starts with a lot of confusion. Got it? So there's confusion, there is panic, everyone's wondering what's going to happen. And then you find this word saunter. Saunter basically shows calm. Got it? Over here, he's very calm, very casual. We had, you got it? These are basically some of the calm and casual is basically what we call the Gen Z also. They're very calm and casual about everything. So over here, he comes over here, he's very calm, he's casually walking. Casually walking means relaxed walking. He's very relaxed. This is his attitude. So now you can see there's a difference, okay? There's a difference between the attitude of the people and his attitude. They are worried, they are nervous, got it? They are scared, they are frightened, got it? They are excited. But here he is a very relaxed person. He has no problems whatsoever, right? Then Skimble will appear, he'll saunter to the rear, and he just walk to the end of the train. He's been busy in the luggage van, and when people were searching for him, actually, where was he? He was in the luggage van. What was he doing in the luggage van? Inspecting everyone's luggage, so that no wrong luggage or nothing illegal should be there. So he's inspecting the luggage of everyone. Great. He gives one flash of his green glass eyes. He does not need anything else. He looks with his eyes. That's a signal. And the signal goes all clear. And then the signal man gives the signal all clear. So he gives the nod and his eyes are green. His eyes are green means everything is ready. And the signal man gives the signal to the driver, everything is clear. All clear. Correct? So he says all clear. We are off at last to the northern part of the northern hemisphere. So basically, where are they going? They're going to the northern part of the northern hemisphere, right? So this is where the train is going. You may say that by and large it is Skimble. He says you can say it is Skimble who's in charge of the sleeping car express. He says by and large, that means everything, who's in charge of it? Skimble. Of this car which is known as the sleeping car express. From the driver and the guards to the bagmen playing cards. Everyone, whether it is the driver, it is the guards, it is the bagmen who are playing cards, he will supervise them all, more or less. And he is the one who's going to supervise them all. That means he will keep a watch over everyone. It doesn't seem that he's doing anything. He doesn't seem to be doing anything. But yet, he will ensure that everything is absolutely fine. Everyone is working. Although there is this game over here, he's saying the bagman playing cards. Down the corridor he places and examines all the faces. So he'd walk on the corridor. So you see the train, in every compartment of the train, you'll have a sitting area where people are sitting, and then this area where people walk is known as the corridor. So he says, in the corridor, down the corridor, paces means walks, and examines all the faces, and he looks at every one of them. Of the travelers in the first and the third. He says whether you're traveling in the first class or the third class, he will definitely ensure that he sees each passenger. So he establishes control by regular patrol. That means he controls the entire train by taking rounds. Patrol is basically by taking rounds, okay? By being on the watch and taking rounds, walking regularly. And he's the first person to know if there's anything that has occurred or there's a problem. So he's the first person who will know about it. He will watch you without winking and he sees what you're thinking. He's so clever. He's so clever that he will keep watching you. Got it? He will keep watching you without even winking. He will not even wink. That means his eyes are so sharp. And he's so clever that not only does he watch you, he even knows what you're thinking. So in case you're thinking something wrong, you're afraid or there's something, he will know what's happening in your mind. And it's certain that he doesn't approve of hilarity and right. And there is one thing more. He doesn't like hilarity. Hilarity means people who are making a noise, laughing, joking. He doesn't like that. He's a very serious type of cat. So you need to understand his nature. The cat's nature is he's very serious at his job, he's very quick at his job, and also he doesn't like his passengers to be enjoying themselves or having a party, drinking and jumping. No, he doesn't like. So the folks are very quiet. So all the passengers are very quiet when Skimble is about and on the move. He says when Skimble is actually walking around, they'll all become silent. They'll all become very silent because I do not know what he'll do, but everyone is afraid of him and they just don't want to disturb him. You can play no prank with Skimbleshanks. He's a cat that cannot be ignored. Now, this cat, you cannot play a prank on him. You cannot put a joke on him. You cannot joke about with this person known as Skimbleshanks. You cannot prank him. You cannot joke with him. You cannot fool him, right? Because he's very smart. He's a cat that cannot be ignored. He says he's one cat that you cannot just ignore him. Got it? Not consider him. Think that he's nothing. So nothing goes wrong on the northern mail. So that is why on this northern mail, nothing goes wrong. Why? Because everyone knows he is very alert. He's amazingly alert, right? He knows everything that's going on. So when Skimbleshank is abroad, so when Skimbleshank is sitting on the train, nothing can happen. Got it? So people are very scared of his presence. Oh, it's very pleasant when you have found your little den. He says, now you see, we are talking about the experience of the people who come to this train. So every time a person enters this train, so the train perhaps has got coupes. Coupes is separate compartments for each person. He says, and you will find before you enter the den over here is the train. Okay, den over here is the train. So he says, before you enter this den, the train, you will find your name written at the door. At the door, you will find your name written over there, and people will be so happy because all the logistics or all the work is done. Got it? It is very well managed. The train is very well managed. Before you enter the train also, you can find that it has your name over there. The berth is very neat and newly folded sheet. He says even the berth is neat. That means the place where you sit, got it, or lie down is very neat. And it has a wonderfully folded sheet which is new. It's new. So basically there's nothing untidy. And there's not a speck of dust on the floor. And even the floor is absolutely clean. So Skimbleshank, he makes certain that you have your name on the door. He makes it certain that your berth is clean, you have your sheet, and also there is no dust on the floor. There's all sorts of light. You can make it dark or bright. He says there's the ability of lights also over there. There are all kinds of lights. So you can make your cabin dark or you can make it bright. You must understand it is night. So if you turn off the light, it will turn dark. There's a handle that you can turn to make a breeze. He says, and then it also has a knob. It also has a knob. Got it? So perhaps the window has a knob. So you can open the window to let the breeze in. If you close the window, there'll be no breeze. So these are the facilities that this train has. So of course I told you that there is a knob over here, and knob again is to open the window or to close it, right? So that if you want the breeze to come in, the breeze will be there, and if you do not want the breeze, you just close it and you can enjoy yourself. There's a funny little basin you're supposed to wash your face in and a crank to shut the window if you sneeze. So he says again, you've got a basin, and of course you've got a basin where you can wash your face. It's right over there in the train. And there's also a crank. Crank again is a knob type to open and shut the window if you sneeze. Sneeze means if the place becomes very cold. So this is highlighting all the comfort. Got it? The comfort, the neatness of the train, and the amenities in the train. All are there. It's not just a very ordinary train. All the amenities and everything is there. Then the guard looks in politely and he'll ask you very brightly. So the guard will look in very politely and he will ask you in a very cheerful manner. Brightly means in a cheerful manner. Do you like your morning tea weak or strong? So he wants to know that in the morning when we bring you tea, do you want it light or you want strong tea? But Skimble is just behind him and he was ready to remind him. Although this is the guard's duty, but Skimble is watching whether the guard is doing his duty properly, and he will remember. What will he remember? That the guard should not give the person who has asked for weak tea strong tea, and the person who has asked for strong tea weak tea. For Skimble won't let anything go wrong, because Skimble, he's not going to make anything go wrong. He's very, very particular about everything. And when you creep into your cozy berth, he said, when you go into your berth to sleep and put up the counterpane, got it? And you cover yourself with a counterpane. What's a counterpane? A thick sheet is not a counterpane. You ought to reflect that it's very nice. He says you need to think. Ought means you need to think and reflect. It's very nice to know that you won't be bothered by mice. He says you need to understand that you should not be bothered at all by any mice. The reason is the cat is around. Yes, you have Skimbleshanks, who's a cat. You can leave all that to the railway cat. So another name for Skimbleshank is railway cat, the cat of the railway train, right? He's the cat of the railway train. And apart from removing all other problems, one more problem he solves is that there will be no mice in the train. In the watches of the night, he's always fresh and bright. So when the night is dark, it's people are deep asleep, he's always fresh and bright. He's always alert. Every now and then he has a cup of tea. So every now and then, what will he have? He'll drink his cup of tea with perhaps a drop of scotch while he's keeping on the watch. So when he's on the watch, when he's looking at the watch, that means looking out for things, got it? When he's doing his guard duty or when he's watching the entire train, he may also have some scotch. So what does he have? Tea and sometimes a drop of scotch. Only stopping in here and there to catch a flea. And he'll be the only time when he will stop while walking is to catch a flea. A flea is a small insect. So even if there is a minor nuisance, a minor problem in the train, Skimbleshanks is ready to solve it. He's one person who's ready to do everything and make your journey amazingly comfortable. You were fast asleep at Crewe, and so you never knew. So he says when the train passes, it passes to Crewe. Crewe is a town in England. Got it? It is the place where you had the world's greatest railway workshop. So he says when you pass this Crewe, you never knew. He says you will never know. He was walking up and down the station. Even over there, he was walking up and down the station to see nobody enters the train. Nobody wrongfully enters the train. He was sleeping all the while. He was busy at Carlisle. Got it? So he was sleeping while he passed Carlisle. Carlisle is again at the border of England, right? It is next to Scotland. So Carlisle is a city at the border of England, located next to Scotland. Got it? It's basically known for this Carlisle Castle, where he greets the station master with elation. And there he also meets the station master with great joy. Why great joy? Because everything is perfect in his train. Everything is perfect in his train. So even he meets the station master, he is full of joy, happiness to tell him everything's okay. But you saw him at Dumfries, where he speaks to the police. He says, even at Dumfries, Dumfries is again another city in Scotland, where he will speak to the police just to talk to them if there's any security problems or if there's any problem. He'll speak to them. If there's anything they ought to know about, he says, if they need to know anything, he will give them all information. The police needs any information, he will have it. He's not somebody who doesn't know. He says, oh, I need to find out. No, no, no. When he when he takes the train, he knows everything about the train and everything about the people. How do you know? Because he looks at every person and he knows their thoughts. Okay. So in the board, when they ask you, how does he know everything? Got it? What information does he give the police? He can give the police every information. How does he get this information? By just looking at the people, he knows what is in their mind. May I show that to you in the poem? He will watch you without winking. He sees what you're thinking. Got it? So he will watch you without winking and he sees what you're thinking. That is why he's able to give the police a complete account of anything they wish to know. When you Gal's Gate, there you do not have to wait. Now, Gal's Gate again is another place in Scotland. Okay, Gallowgate. It's known as Gallowgate. Gallowgate is another place in Scotland. Actually, the name comes from Gallowgate. This was the last place where in Scotland people were put on the gallows. Gallows means when they are hung to death, So that is why it's called Gallows Gate. That's the name of the city. So he says, when you get to Gallows Gate, there you do not have to wait. For Skimbleshanks will help you get out. He says you don't have to wait about any tension. Skimbleshanks will help you move ahead. Everything becomes very easy when he's there. He gives you a wave of his long brown tail, and when you're going, he says goodbye to you with his long brown tail. So what color is he? We do not know his color, but the color of his tail was definitely brown, which says, I'll see you again. And what does he remind them? He tells them, I'll see you again. We'll meet without fail on the midnight mail. He says, and if you're going to travel by the midnight mail, you will always find Skimbleshanks. You will always find Skimbleshanks at the midnight mail. And this is the cat of the railway train. That means he's always there. He's always present on the midnight train, seeing that passengers are safe, seeing that passengers have all the comforts, and seeing that nothing goes wrong with the train or the passengers. So it's like once you enter into a train and Skimbleshank is there, your journey is going to be wonderful. What are the two things that you cannot do? Right? Yeah. What are the two things that you can? By the way, this whenever I ask you a question, it comes from the ICSE board itself, right? That means these are relevant questions. These are not just questions that I'm making up. Okay. So what are the two things that a passenger is not allowed to do? Right? So you can write it in the comment box. You can message me. Thank you. God bless you and have a nice day. Enjoy yourself. Bye.